All right, D.N.A. fan, it's your boy Dave. Welcome to the channel. I'm back with another video. It is early as shit in the morning, but you know what they say, early bird catches the worm. And in my case, ain't no damn worms out here to be gotten. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I'm actually up early today. I'm getting my getting the tires replaced on the BMW. Have you guys ever hit a pothole so massive that it causes a titty on your tire? Let me see if y'all can see this. Where is it? Basically, there's two knots. Now these are the run flats that I have, the Pirelli P0 run flats. And so when I hit the pothole at the speed that I was going, there was nothing that I can do. It was either swerve, hit another car, or either hit the guardrail. And so I took the lesser of the two evils of the options, hit the pothole, and when I hit it, it's like I cringed. Y'all ever had that feeling you hit something so hard you cringe? Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. So anyway, looking at the tires, they needed to be replaced anyway. And so I just went on ahead and bought 4 new tires. So even if you look at the rears, the tread on the rears, it's probably time for them to be replaced anyway. So I went back with the Pirelli series, but this time I didn't go with run flats. I just went with the Pirelli P0 all seasons. I figured, you know, I'm trying to figure out why BMW would put summer only run flats on their flagship sedan as opposed to, you know, all season. So I don't get that, but neither here nor there. I went ahead and I'm getting away from the run flats, understanding that, you know, worst case scenario, if I hit another pothole, catch a flat, I'm SOL. But you know, I'd rather do that than just have on summer only tires. So it'll work. So again, you can see the tread, it's time anyway. These are 20-inch rims, by the way, 270 35 20s in the rear, 245 40 20s up front. And so I'm actually talk to you guys today. I'm looking at a pair of Lexanis. I'm thinking about going 22s. I'm skeptical at first, only because I was concerned with the ride height being adjusted or the ride height being affected. But you know, there are a lot of cars that are running 22s, especially on the 7 Series BMW. So I think ultimately I am going to go ahead and just invest it, or you know, go ahead and buy them. I'm gonna put a link in the description so you guys can see. Let me know what you guys think. Should I go 22s or should I just stick with the 20s, or maybe even 21s? I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I'm debating on 22s, which would probably put me around a 30 series, maybe a 35 series up front, and probably towards the rear, if I'm going 275, probably a 30 series in the rear. I would at least prefer. I mean, this is a heavy car, so you know, to ride on rubber bands, I would imagine that I would probably feel everything. But you know, it's the price that you pay, you know, putting on new shoes for your car. We all know the complexities of trying to keep a black car clean in the summertime. It's next to impossible. No matter what type of wax coating you put on it, black shows, and you'll see it, you know, each and every time. So you know, it is what it is, man. It's one of those things that you just live with when you decide to go with a black car, and you know, you just deal with it. You just gotta, you know, keep it, wipe it down. Like I said, my car sits for about 4 or 5 days at a time before, you know, it's being used. Again, because I work from home, I don't have a need to drive it throughout the weekday. So it's kind of like my weekend or the weekend car. So I want to show y'all something. Look at this. Bird shit. Being able to work from home, I don't really have a need to go anywhere, and if I do have to go anywhere as far as grocery stores, short runs, I have 2 other cars to kind of, you know, do some commuting with, so I don't necessarily need to drive this one. I pretty much save this for the weekends. But the thing that I have to deal with is I feel like my car is like in the direct line of sight of birds when they take a shit. It's like every Saturday morning I get up and I detail my car, clean it, just to get probably about a week's worth of bird shit, pollen, dirt, dust that it accumulates just from sitting for 5 days. You know, I have it ceramic coated. I also have a PPF coming from the front quarter panel all the way up towards the front. So washing it is a quick breeze, but it's just the hassle that I have to go through just to, you know, keep this thing shiny. But anyway, you guys are seeing the before shot. Coming up next will be the after shot when everything is all clear and clean. So anyway, like I said, I'll show you guys the rims that I'm deciding to go with. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I think I'm going to opt for the 22-inch Lexanis. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a few. From getting my tires installed, and one of the things that I asked the shop foreman, whom I kind of have a good relationship with, I wanted his opinion on whether or not I should put 22s on the car. Now, of course, the dealership is going to automatically tell you no, and they're going to cite their reasons, which, you know, when I listen to the reasons that he cited, pretty much dealing with, you know, this is a heavy car. You know, I don't know, I don't remember the exact weight, but I know it's a pretty heavy car, and I know he mentioned that, and that, you know, the size of the wheels or the tires are extremely important. Right now I'm currently running on the front 245 40 20s on the front, and I'm running 275 35s on the rear. And so obviously if I go with a 22, that now shrinks that tire size down from a 40 series to the front, I believe, to a 30 series to the front. Well, I think it's either 30 series or 35 series to the front, and from the 35 series in the front to a 30 series in the rear. And so, you know, looking at the clearance space, you know, the way that the car sits, you know, my only concern was, you know, from a clearance standpoint, you know, will the suspension be able to handle it? Because it has the automatic adjusting air, you know, suspension. And so I just wanted to make sure that I won't run into any issues, you know, as far as calibration, because I know a lot of times these newer cars are all calibrated to a specific, you know, wheel tire combo. And so once you deviate from it, it actually changes the whole scope, changes the ride. Like I said, this is a big car. This is a heavy car. So, you know, going with smaller tires, you know, you're at risk from, you know, damaging the suspension or weakening the suspension, sway bars, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Now, the funny thing is, you know, you can go on the internet and Google, you know, 750 BMW with 22-inch tires and wheels, and you'll see it all the time. So it can be done. I think it's just a matter of, do I really want to go that route, knowing that it could potentially cause some issues down the road and be like the norm, or go with another alternative. And so actually I found out that the same wheels that I want, the Lexani forged, the 702 3-piece, I want to get those in a custom all black they actually come in a 21-inch size, and I can get the 21-inch size with the same tires that I'm currently running, just at 21. So I can get the 245 40 21, which are their, I think it's the Pirelli run flats, and then I can get the 275 35 21, you know, for the rears. So I think I'm going to actually go that route as opposed to the 22s, you know, because when I look at the clearance space from the wheel well, you know, it looks like I have the space, but you know, I was definitely told there will be some rubbing if I did go with the 22. So I think the 21s will be the perfect option to go with. And so, sorry, sitting here driving, trying not to get hit. So yeah, I think that's ultimately what I'm gonna go with. And so again, I'll post a picture of the wheels. You know, one good thing I like about Car ID is that once you put in your specs, it'll tell you, you know, all the applicable sizes that will fit your car. Because I think another concern that I had was when it comes to, and I don't know a whole lot about, you know, concave and deep concave when it comes to the rim forging, but I wanted to make sure that my calipers, well, not calipers, well, yeah, there's no rubbing or there's no issue from a clearance standpoint, you know, when you go with those. So again, I'm not highly versed or skilled in that area. So again, if you guys are, please, you know, let me know. But as of right now, I think I'm going to go with the 21s, the Lexani 702 3-piece and custom all black. You know, please let me know your thoughts, your suggestions, you know, in an attempt to establish a more personal relationship. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. Thank you guys for subscribing. You know, as a small channel, I hit the 200 mark. So, you know, to me, it's the little milestones that make a difference, that make it count. So appreciate all you guys for subscribing, tuning in, listening to what the hell I have to say. Like I said, stay tuned. We got some more gun content coming up, car stuff, more bike stuff. And you know, that being said, D.N.A. out.